Welcome back to the video lecture series on pharmaceutical sales and marketing management. Today we will be discussing on performance evaluation of pharmaceutical sales force. See, the main job responsibility of pharmaceutical sales force is to make regular visits to their listed potential doctors and retail chemists so as to promote the company brands and generate prescriptions and business for their company. Thus, the generation of prescription for existing as well as the new products will help in getting secondary sales and thus helps in achievement of primary sales target. Every pharmaceutical company enables, or we can say equip to their sales force with various promotional inputs and activities which will support them in generation of prescriptions from their listed doctors. These promotional inputs are like the visual aid, leave behind literature, physician samples, gift inputs, CRM activities, etc. The pharmaceutical organization spends huge amount of cost on promotional inputs as discussed above, including the hiring cost of sales force that includes from recruitment, selection, training and placement as well as the territory management cost, which also includes the pharmaceutical distribution cost and the profit margin which is shared to the wholesalers and the retail chemist. All this investment cost is needed to be compensated by the pharmaceutical company, and this compensation is possible only due to generation of primary and secondary sales from the territories assigned to the sales force. Hence, evaluation of territory, evaluation of pharmaceutical sales force become necessary. So let's discuss on what is evaluation of pharmaceutical sales force, what are the purpose of Salesforce evaluation, and which are the micro and macro factors which are considered in the Salesforce evaluation. As you know, Salesforce are the backbone of pharmaceutical sales and marketing as they are promoting brands to their listed doctors, implementing the promotional strategies designed by the company and thus generating the business for the company. The sales force are in direct touch or direct contact with the customers and the territory for promoting the company's brands. Salesforce also carry organizational and competitors knowledge while promoting their brands as well as carries the knowledge of market and the territory. The sales expenses are majorly included on the sales force as there are so many sales and distribution related activities which involves cost and expenses of companies which must be earned back through business development in the allotted territory. The sales force carries image of their organizations as for the customers, that is doctors, the representative is the company and everything about the company. What representative communicates, presents or discuss, it is all under the image and brand name of the pharma company. Thus, organization expects incremental returns on their investment since so many activities carried out by the sales representative in their allotted territory with the help of promotional inputs and other expenses made by the company to support all these promotional activities. It is quite obvious for the pharmaceutical companies to expect good return on investment from each territory based on which the sales target, that is the sales quota, is decided. And achievement of 100% or more of the sales quota enables organizations to get maximum return on investment. Hence, to find whether the sales force is contributing in organization's performance or not and how is the overall performance of the sales representative, sales evaluation is done by the reporting managers on monthly basis as well as the senior sales managers on quarterly basis. In this video session, we will be discussing on the purpose of Salesforce evaluation and how it is done in the pharmaceutical sales and marketing field. So let us understand what is Salesforce evaluation. So Salesforce evaluation is a system of comparison of achievement of Salesforce against the given sales objective. The sales objective means the sales target, or we can also call it as sales quota, given to the sales force, which is on monthly, quarterly, half yearly as well as yearly basis. Even the targets which are given to the sales force are product wise, group product wise, as well as the new product targets are also been given. Now let us understand what will be the objective setting for the sales force evaluation. The first objective setting for the Salesforce evaluation is sales revenue, which is product wise as well as the value wise. Since the main job role of Salesforce is to promote brands to their listed doctors in their allotted territory so as to generate prescriptions for all the promoted brands and thus generating business, that is sales revenue. To ensure and make Salesforce promoting all the brands in their territory, companies sets product wise, group product wise as well as total sales value wise target. Second is the profit and expenses. The total value sales wise target given to each sales force is based on the market potential of products in the market, stages of life cycle on which the products are existing, market shares of competitors in the same market segment, promotional activities planned by the companies as well as the competitors, etc. So that the expected volume of sales can be generated and profits can be earned by managing the expenses made by the company on all the sales activities. The third is market oriented, such as market share and customer based. As discussed just now, sales quota decided by the pharmaceutical companies also considers the market potential and existing market share and expected rise in the market share depending upon the disease segment in which the companies are operating. Say for example, as per the various research organizations including WHO gives guidelines and alerts on various disease conditions such as diabetes or say cancer, how the disease is prevalent and how many new patients will get added in existing customers in coming years, etc. So this information is taken as a base by the pharmaceutical companies to design and decide the sales targets for their sales force and territories. Utilization of promotional inputs. There are so many promotional inputs that are designed and planned by the pharmaceutical companies that supports sales force to influence prescription behavior of listed doctors. Such inputs are planned with certain information collected. Rather, it is assumed to be collected by the sales representative at the time of customer profiling, so that based on the customer information such as their likings, dislikings, affiliation, interest, etc., should be taken into consideration before actually planning the inputs distribution to their doctors, so that the inputs will be effectively utilized and will help to influence the prescription behavior of their doctors and sales objectives can be easily achieved. The details on customer profiling and what information about customer which should be considered by utilizing the promotional inputs we will be discussing in detail when we will see each evaluation factors one by one. Now let us understand what are the purposes of evaluation. The main reason of evaluation is to attempt to achieve company's sales objective. By measuring actual performance against objectives, shortfalls can be identified and appropriate actions can be taken to improve performance of the sales force individually as well as performance of team. However, evaluation has other benefits also. Evaluation can also help to improve an individual's motivation level and skill sets, which otherwise can be stimulated if not being used. Certain necessary skill sets which can be developed, such as communication skill, presentation skill, or even the soft skill to a required level, which will boost up the confidence further and help in achieving their performance, which in turn will help to raise the motivation level of the employees. Salesforce evaluation also provides the opportunity for the recognition of Salesforce for their above average standard of work performance, which will also help to improve confidence and motivation level. Sales evaluation will help the evaluator, may it be the first line sales manager or the senior sales manager, to carefully identify the weakness areas of the sales force and support them to overcome it, even if the issues are related to the territory. However, if individual skills related issues are identified, then a training program can be designed that will help in improvement of skills in those areas. Based on evaluation of Salesforce, their compensation or specifically their incentives, rewards and recognitions can be effectively planned so as to keep the sales force motivated. It simply means the purpose of evaluation is not a post-mortem activity, rather the main objective of Salesforce evaluation is to identify the shortfalls towards achievement of sales target and supporting and equipping the sales force so that they can easily achieve their sales target. Thus, evaluation becomes an important ingredient in an effective sales planning as well as planning of compensation, incentives and training program to further develop the sales force to become more and more effective to achieve their sales objective. There is no sequence which will be appropriate to begin with. We can connect sales evaluation starting from comparing the achievement versus target or to begin with designing a compensation or training program and so on. Now let us discuss on evaluation and the control process. Evaluation suggests setting of standards of performance which are essential for the sales performance. As we have already discussed in our previous video session that every company expects to develop a desired behavior or desired performance in their sales force, such as regular visits to their listed doctors. The regular visits should be at a predefined time gap, maintaining call average, promoting brands to the doctors as per the communication guidelines decided by the company and utilization of the promotional inputs effectively, etc. If there is any gap in achievement of sales target, then the organization first will try to connect the poor achievement with non-performance of the desired behavior, and hence evaluation will begin with the analysis of these basic performance standards as decided by the organization. Then the control process begins with collection of information on desired behavior so that the actual results can be compared with the set objectives. For a salesperson, achievement of 100% or above of the given sales quota is the prime standard of sales success. If the sales figure is achieved, then everything is considered to be okay, right? The various factors which will be considered by the pharmaceutical companies for evaluating the performance of their sales force, we can broadly classify them all as macro factors and micro factors. We will begin with the discussion on macro factors of evaluation first. The first macro factor is the overall sales achievement versus the sales target, that is sales quota. Of course, the main factor of overall performance evaluation is the primary sales achievement as against the sales target given to each sales force. Core product sales achievement versus the core product sales target. Core products are the main focus products which are on the growth as well as on maturity stage of product life cycle and which are promoted and established brands on concept selling in a disease segment, which has a better future performance since majority of promotional inputs and investments are targeted for those core products. Hence, in total sales target, company expects achievement of sales target of core products as well. Hence, evaluation of primary sales value of core product is compared with the target value and is also compared with the secondary sales of core products. The primary sales versus secondary sales performance. The primary sales is when the products are purchased by the wholesalers from company or company appointed CFA. However, the purchase of products by wholesalers depends upon the sales demanded by the retail chemists from wholesalers, which is called as secondary sales. The purchase of retailers depends upon the prescription of doctors, which is the main job responsibility of the pharmaceutical sales representative, and hence if secondary sales is there, the primary sales achievement will be quite easy. It is expected that minimum 90% to 100% should be the secondary sales value as compared to the primary sales value target. Hence, the evaluation process also looks for incremental secondary sales value. Then incremental sales of core products. To have primary sales achievement along with other products, there should be incremental sales of core products. This means there has to be effective brand promotion of core products and more number of new prescribers should get added month after month. This will help to generate secondary sales and in turn the primary sales. Thus, sales force is also evaluated on performance of secondary sales. Performance of new products. The pharmaceutical market is highly competitive and hence along with existing core products, successful launch of new products and incremental sales of new product is important, which will give continuity in the secondary sales and thus helps in achievement of primary sales. Hence, evaluation of sales force is done on achievement of primary target value of new product as well as achievement of secondary sales of new product. The last macro factor on which the sales force is evaluated is the sales budget versus the promotional expenses and achievement value. Every pharma company invests a good amount on promotional activities and promotional inputs along with expenses on territory management. Normally, these expenses are to the extent of 15 to 20% up to 25% in some companies as compared to the sales target value. If after this amount of expenses achievement of sales target is not 100%, this means the territory is not giving the desired return on investment. When evaluation is to be done based on the micro factors which will help companies to analyze things minutely. The micro factors commonly considered are as follows. The first micro factor is the sales call average, coverage of territory and the visit frequency. Here, the managers will evaluate the sales call average achieved by the sales force as compared to company's norms of sales call average. If the company's sales call average norm is 10 calls per day, then anything less than 10 calls per day will be considered as a poor average. Say, if a territory includes 200 potential doctors and 50 doctors are to be met twice a month and remaining 150 doctors are to be met once in a month, if all 50 doctors are met twice and all 150 doctors are met once, then only one can say the territory is 100% covered. If a doctor who is supposed to be met twice a month but due to some unavoidable reasons met once in that month, it will not be considered as 100% coverage. Rather, it will be considered as a missed call. Hence, 100% coverage of territory is important, which is carefully checked and evaluated by the managers while going through doctor's call reports. Similarly, frequency between two sales calls to each doctor should be also well maintained. A doctor to be met once a month should not have a gap of less than 25 days and more than 35 days. Ideally, the doctor should be met after 1 month only, that is 28 to 30 days after the previous date of visit. Similarly, the gap between two visits of a core doctor who is supposed to be met twice a month should not be less than 12 days and should not be more than even 20 days. Evaluation will check whether this gap is maintained or not, whether the visit frequency is properly planned or not, and it will be related to performance of that sales force. The second micro factor is the prescription value per listed doctor. While doing the performance evaluation by the first line sales manager or a senior sales manager such as RSM or ZSM, they will take the doctor list in their hand and they start writing prescription value contribution to the total primary or secondary sales value of each sales force. It is expected that this evaluation should be done by the sales force based on the RCPA as well as while interacting with the retail chemist about the doctor's prescription behavior. This kind of exercise is an eye opener for the sales force when they themselves come to know that there are some good number of doctors in their list whose contribution is absolutely zero or less than a minimum expected business value as compared to the value invested by that sales force. The third factor that comes for Salesforce evaluation is the promotional inputs utilization. As we have already discussed that the promotional inputs planned by the pharmaceutical companies are to support their sales force to achieve their primary as well as the secondary sales target by influencing the prescription behavior of their listed doctors. We will discuss two situations here which will clarify how promotional inputs designed by the pharmaceutical companies can be effectively utilized. Company plans inputs such as physician samples, prescription pads, small gifts, academic books, research articles, etc. Few doctors are fond of writing poems, articles, or their experience on day-to-day basis. For them, prescription pads or pens are better inputs. Some doctors are academically oriented. For them, academic books or subscription to medical journals will be the better inputs. Some doctors like to provide physician samples at free of cost to their poor patients. For them, giving extra samples will be an effective utilization of the inputs. If doctors profiling is done properly based on the information, even the information on likings and dislikings of their customers, which a sales force is expected to collect, they can effectively utilize such inputs with planned brand promotion, which will definitely result in influencing the prescription behavior of their listed doctors and can easily achieve their primary as well as the secondary sales target. Hence, while evaluating, the sales force managers will look for how effectively the promotional inputs are utilized. Detailing communication and product knowledge. Detailing of brands with the help of detailing aid, that is the printed visual aid, and in today's scenario the PowerPoint presentation using laptop or tablets is the basic job function of a sales force in pharmaceutical marketing. The brand communication is strategically designed by the product management teams for effective brand communication. If the sales force is unable to do a correct communication, or if they don't know the major points of communication or even the punchlines of core products, that clearly means that there is a poor presentation made by the sales force in front of the doctors. Any sales force who is doing this communication properly and regularly, the communication becomes by heart and it can come effectively while doing sales call to the doctors. Reporting and maintenance of DCR, that is daily call report, SWP, that is standard work plan, tour program and activity reports. During evaluation of the sales force, the regularity of sending of daily call reports to his reporting managers and head office is also checked. It is also expected that after meeting doctors, the details of call visits to the doctors must be also recorded in the master coverage list where frequency of call visit can be seen. How effectively tour plan is prepared and whether the sales force is following the tour plan or not. How frequently the tour plan is deviated will be also evaluated by the managers. If any discrepancy is found and if performance is not up to the mark, then the poor reporting and documentations can be correlated to the poor sales performance of the sales force. If things are appropriate, it will be even recognized and appreciated by the managers during the cycle meeting. Nowadays, digital reporting system using smartphones can easily generate the reports on one click and it can be monitored and controlled by the senior managers on regular basis. Few other micro-analysis factors for Salesforce evaluation includes the missed call. Missed call means missed sales call to the doctors, which also means missing of an opportunity to influence prescription behavior of a non-prescriber doctors or giving an opportunity to the competitor to take away our prescribing doctor permanently. As in pharma industry, every day the doctors meet minimum 5 to 10 medical representatives of pharma companies. Hence, in pharmaceutical sales and marketing, missing doctor is not at all tolerated. Second is the customer evaluation versus actual potential based on RCPA. As we discussed, the salesforce must know what is the actual potential of his listed doctor, which he or she can find from RCPA, and what is the actual business given by the doctor for their company's product. Sometimes the salesforce even gets satisfied by seeing or getting, say, rupees 2000 per month business from a potential doctor. But if the RCPA is showing that the total potential of that doctor for a particular brand is rupees 1 lakh per month, and the competitors are taking away a business of more than 10,000 rupees, then either we have not put our right efforts or we have not utilized the promotional activities in right manner. This is considered as to be the failure of Salesforce, and hence this also become an essential component of Salesforce evaluation. Adherence to tour program. The tour program should be planned to ensure 100% coverage of territory and to match call frequency, etc. Hence, any deviation in tour program means chances of poor coverage and missing of doctor. Hence, poor performance of sales force can be considered or correlated to performance of the sales force. Then comes is the knowledge of territory and customer. It is expected that the sales force must have a better knowledge of the territory and customers. Knowledge of territory helps in planning of sales call, coverage of territory, and thus minimum missed calls. Similarly, having a better knowledge of customers will also help the sales force for effectively planning their doctor's call on daily basis. As we already discussed, it will help in effective utilization of promotional inputs depending upon the liking or dislikings of doctor. Similarly, the customer knowledge will also help the sales force to plan daily visits to listed doctors based on their office timing, fixed visiting hours for pharma sales representative, so that the call average can also be maintained, and this can also ensure to generate the business. Frequency of changes in the doctor list and territory. The evaluation will also look for how frequently the doctor list is changed by the sales force. Normally, addition or deletion of doctor is based on the business contribution by each doctor. If a sales force is frequently changing the doctor list, means those doctors were not contributing to the business, then one more question arises: on what basis those doctors were included earlier? It means either the RCPA was not done properly or doctors were not being promoted the brands properly. Behavioral attitude of the sales force towards the organization. This is a qualitative evaluation where the behavior or attitude of sales representative is evaluated. Even if the sales force is achieving their sales target or not, if there present some behavioral issues in the sales force, it should not be tolerated by the company. The learning attitude, friendly and cooperative behavior with the team members is always encouraged. These are some of the commonly used macro and micro factors by the pharmaceutical companies for doing sales evaluation of their field force. An evaluation format or chart can be prepared by the pharma company's sales manager and given to the first line sales manager or senior sales manager, such as regional sales manager or zonal sales manager. They can conduct the Salesforce evaluation during the sales cycle meeting or during their joint work with this Salesforce. The format here we will be discussing is a dummy template created for your better understanding. Since sales evaluation format is a confidential document and company to company it will vary, we cannot have an actual format here for discussion. Every company, depending upon their evaluation policy, whether it is a quantitative or qualitative evaluation, will have differential evaluation format. So as we discussed, the main evaluation process that starts with the achievement of sales figures by the sales force and so on. So here we can see that we have taken here some three important categories of sales performance achievement, that is overall sales achievement, core product sales achievement, and performance of new product. Evaluation of sales force will be done based on what is the percentage of achievement. If the achievement of Salesforce is 100% or more, he should get 10 out of 10, and if there is some gap in 100% achievement is there, then the score will be given appropriately as we have mentioned here. The ratings are given as shown in the chart. Any performance less than 90% is not tolerated by the companies. This performance evaluation is also used for performance appraisal of the sales force, based on which increment in the salaries, bonuses, incentives can be given to the sales force. The performance evaluation can be effectively controlled and carried out by the sales manager. Let us try to understand the controls which the first line sales manager can carry out. First is the frequent check of master coverage list, core doctors coverage, etc. Second, check on missed calls and sales visit frequency, whether it is maintained or not. Third, check on promotional inputs utilization, whether it is done appropriately or not, as we have discussed earlier. Fourth is validating the doctors list potential versus the actual business. Fifth is evaluating the adherence to tour program, DCRs and standard work plan maintenance. And lastly, the area manager can have a better control on the sales force by having 100% customer visits on himself from each territory of the medical representative. Now we will see the controls that RSM, ZSMs and the sales managers that can have with them. First is the core doctors coverage versus the inputs utilization. Second, activities planned versus the business generation. CRM with the potential doctors and personal contacts, because some doctors whose potential is very high, they are the premium doctors from each territory. Such doctors will be met and they will be personally contacted by these senior managers. Sales expenses versus the territory business, whether it is achieved or not, and then ensuring that there is 100% visit to the potential doctors, as well as validating the business from each territory. That's all from my end. Hope the content of this video is useful to you. If you like the video, press on the like button, share with your friends and subscribe. Thank you and happy evening.